Satisfactory, and this game is certainly satisfactory to me. We have Vlad the Impaler of your mom playing as the Vietnamese, and Vietnamese, they are known for one thing, and that is laming. But I'm going to tell you this right now, you've never seen laming how Vlad the Impaler of your mom does it. He is something special. I love Vlad strategies. They're always unique. They're always out of the box. And let's see what Vlad can see. Oh, he sees two boar forward. Now, how is he going to lame his opponents in this situation? Take your guesses in the comment section below. Let's see if he can lame anything else. Maybe he can't lame. I mean, this is a pretty far distance to lame some boar, isn't it? Anyway, let's talk a little bit about Vlad the Impaler of your mom's opponent. Wait. What is this? A blue mill? But there's no villagers anywhere near here. This doesn't make any sense once, however. Also, he managed to lame two sheep. Not a bad start over here. I love Vlad so much, man. He's always thinking outside. You know what? I can't lame both those boar if I'm too far away. Let's build the mill right next to those two boar. Let's get it! And I love how he's actually picking up loom as well. So as these villagers come over, this scout can't even fight. He could actually fight that scout if he really wanted to. But who thinks of this? Who thinks of laming their opponent? It's like locating your opponent's berries and just sending all of your vills to their berries. And Yo-Yo Dog must be thinking to himself, Yo, dog, come on, man. Those are mine. And he's not even going to let him lure the boar because his scout is over here protecting those boar. Well, Vlad is like, I'll have your mom and your boar as well. Oh, poor Yo-Yo Dog. Well, as I said, Yo-Yo Dog is going to adapt. And you guys probably already know that this game is going to go on for a little bit longer. You've probably seen how long it takes. The video spoils everything. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. So this is a post-Imperial battle, so we will see how Yo-Yo Dog recovers from this. But in the meantime, Yo-Yo Dog is going to get some revenge with his Gothic militia. I love how both players use their strategy to their advantage. Vietnamese with the very interesting lame, and Goths with their cheaper militia. And yeah, I mean, this is good stuff, right? Wait, do Goths actually have cheaper militia? Let's go to Yo-Yo Dog's perspective. I think they do. I'm pretty sure that they do have. Barracks work 20% faster. Okay, well, that's a bonus right there. Infantry costs 20% less in Dark Age. Yeah, alright. No, just triple checking. I know the Gothic spam is amazing, but is it going to be enough? Because there's 7 villagers over here. That's quite a lot of vills. To comfortably fight that with militia, you need at least 5 or 6 militia, right? I wonder how many Yo-Yo Dog is going to make here as Goths. Looks like 3, and he needs a house. He needs a house desperately. I would actually go to gold to maybe get some extra militia out. But man, by the time these militia are over here, this boar is going to be gonzo. Let's see how this all plays out in the end. I mean, it's a long game, so we might as well speed it up just a little bit. Taking down this scout like it's absolutely nothing. Now Vlad has to turn around and fight this. Yeah, like I was saying, militia do not do great. Ooh, is going to pick one off, it looks like. Yep. But now really can't engage with only 2 militia. Back and forth. Fight. Who shall win? Also, it looks like Yo-Yo Dog is 1 villager ahead in the villager count, but not quite able to take. And now it's an awkward position for Yo-Yo Dog. He can't really engage with militia. He has to switch over to farms. He doesn't even have a mill yet. Has to go to gold. Interesting stuff. I wonder how this all... Yeah. Spoiler alert. The game ends right there. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, wait a second. This video is like several minutes longer. Why is it longer? Well, I think in life too many things get spoiled. So I want to give you guys a gift of not spoiling how this game ends and letting you live in the moment just a little bit. If you want, you can sign off. You can go for a walk. Remember, keep walking. Have a good time. I'm just going to talk a little bit, do kind of a podcast thing for you guys. Because this was really, when I saw this for the first time, I was like, and I wish that you guys could experience the same thing I experienced. Because when I first saw this, I was like, wait, the game is over? They're equal villagers. They're absolutely even. Actually, Yo-Yo Dog has one military unit more. I guess he has some idols and whatnot. It's a little bit of an awkward transition, but by no means does Yo-Yo Dog have to give up. I'm laughing by myself, mind you. My wife's in the other room. She's like, why are you laughing so hard? I'm like, Vlad, the Impaler of your mom game. And she's like, what did you do this time? Yeah, well, this is what he did. I guess we'll take a little look at the statistics. But once again, guys, if you want to sign off, feel free to do so. I'm just going to try and prolong this game unnecessarily just so that you guys see a longer time period in the video. 3 and 2, not bad. Economy, way more food collected from Yo-Yo Dog. More wood way more food collected. 10. Sorry, I just came out of work as well. So when I saw this, this really made my day. I had a long day at work. And I love casting for you guys. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm always so happy to come back after a day of work, cast 1 or 2 games, whatever I have the energy for, and then post them on YouTube. I have a whole system worked out so I can be most effective with it. And look at this timeline. It's still totally even. There was no reason for Yo-Yo Dog to give up, in my personal opinion. But hey, what do I know? Yeah, I don't know. Who does this stuff? Who does the Vlad Impaler of your mom strategy? I think we all have that one wacky friend. I think I'm honestly, I think I'm that wacky friend for a lot of people who play Age of Empires. They're like, wait, you're gonna do what on Arena? You're gonna TC drop them on Arena? What? Thinking of other things to talk to you about. Well, one thing I kind of wanted to say is that I really appreciate. I'm kind of a corny individual, and 4 months ago I would have never thought that I would be casting Age of Empires games, let alone coming up with all of these unique strategies that I'd never thought of before. But I think if you really deep dive into something, you can learn a lot more about what you love and find new appreciation that you never found imaginable before. I also want to start setting some goals for myself in terms of different strategies on different maps. And obviously I want to keep growing the community, and you guys have been so supportive in helping me grow as not just a channel, but as a person. And I mean that sincerely. I was Persian TC dropping for so long, just over and over and over and over again. I kind of had tunnel vision. And the reason that I got stuck in TC dropping is because the internet where I'm from is really, really bad. So oftentimes I would only have 15, 20 minutes to play a game, and well, TC drop, you either win or you lose within 15-20 minutes. So I thought that was a relatively good excuse, and in time I got pretty good with it. I think I even almost cracked 1500 with just doing TC drops. Now, I haven't always been a TC dropper when it comes down to Age of Empires. Invariably, I love to go, I've talked about this before, I love to go for the Chinese pick on Nomad because you started with 6 villagers, and that's super OP as well. I loved tower rushing in the original games as well. And even a little bit before that, I like to go for just full militia, like crazy numbers of militia, and that was when I was probably at my my lowest elo. I would be in like Castle Age and I'd be like, yeah, mass produce just infantry. I was basically a Goths player with any civilization, which was kind of interesting as well. So maybe also why I love rushing so much. But that's maybe a story for another another day. Freudian slip there. I'm sorry. I'm not gay. For all of you beautiful, handsome individuals, I know I'm letting you down. I'm a big steamy turd. I know you guys are all ready to hop on that. Just joking, of course. Yeah, yeah. I wonder how we're doing on time over here. Still want to make this a little bit longer, just so that you guys really question whether or not this is real, and that the game is not going to end right away, because an 11-minute recording versus a 20-minute recording. 20 minutes is probably when you would hit Imperial Age, especially if I speeded up the game a bunch of times and blah 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 blah. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'm interesting, I suppose. I think my mind works maybe quite similar to yours, or maybe quite different. My mind jumps all over the place, so I'm saying one thing, then I think of another thing. I guess it's a good opportunity to kind of talk a little bit more about myself, I suppose, because I don't really disclose a whole bunch of information about myself online. I was born in Europe, moved over to America, and finally moved to Asia. Wow, that was really specific there, Poop Lord. Great job. I was also diagnosed. See, I'm a firm believer that it doesn't really matter what country you're from, because we're all people in the end. I was diagnosed with dyslexia when I was quite young. And maybe that's also one of the reasons that my mind jumps all over the place. I love science. I really do have a deep love for science. I also have a deep love for board games, for strategy games, for adapting to a set of rules. So, for example, in chess, you have the pieces that can only move a certain amount of ways, and then finding loopholes or ways to abuse that system. In chess, you would, for example, make a fork or something in that nature, where you give your opponent 2 bad decisions. But it could also be moving a pawn forwards to then increase the range of your bishop. And that's kind of what I see as well in Age of Empires, where you can go for certain strategies to absolutely take your opponent by surprise. Going for an insane feudal time, a 5-minute feudal time. There's no way that's possible. Not even the Viper can do a 5-minute feudal. But that's exactly what you do in the fast feudal, and to opponent resign. And it has actually worked on ranked, and it's entertaining to me, not because it's a good strategy, but because it worked, and it was something I could try and explore, and allowed me to dive a little bit deeper into one of my favorite pastimes, which maybe sounds cheeky, but I love Age of Empires. Age of Empires has been a part of me for so long now. You know, nostalgia glasses. But also, I just think it's a really good game. I mean, heck, I'm I'm not a young lad, so to speak, but I still love this game. And I don't really have that for other things that I necessarily grew up with. Like, I was pretty into Pokemon when I was growing up. And I'm not saying Pokemon is bad by any means. I quite enjoy Pokemon, and I still look at YouTube videos of Pokemon, or people opening Pokemon cards and that kind of jazz. But I just don't have the desire to play Pokemon games anymore because I feel kind of disconnected in a lot of ways. Like, you have Pokemon that resemble gods now, and Pokemon that resemble chandeliers, and Pokemons that resemble literal trash. I mean, and to each their own, you know. You have to keep evolving as a game. I mean, that's what Age of Empires is doing with this whole Polish expansion. But I still recognize a ton of the core elements of Age of Empires, and honestly, a lot of quality of life improvements as well. Like auto reseeding, I really do enjoy some auto reseed. I don't know if you guys enjoy that, but it was a pain in the batula to constantly reseed your farms. My goodness. Also, knowing how many villagers are in each resource has really helped me as not just a player, but also as a caster to create better build orders and stuff like that. Did we hit 20 minutes yet? My goodness. Only 17 minutes? If you're still watching, you're pretty diehard Poop Lord fan, and I really do appreciate you. Thank you for watching unnecessarily long. I know there has been no action, and you know, I don't care if this video meets all of the algorithms criteria. I do this because I enjoy making Age of Empires content. Look, I fully understand that I may never make a buck off of this, and that's really not what's important. I tell my wife I might make a buck off of it because it justifies me spending so much time on this. But yeah, an hour a day of Age of Empires keeps the doctor away, right? That's totally true fact. The reason I do this, I think, the more I think about it, is because it reminds me of all the good times, all the joy. It's a puzzle for me to solve and to explore. And yeah, I guess it's not the best way of playing Age of Empires. I guess if you always go, the meta is probably the best. It's done over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and it's been proven to have good results. But sometimes I feel like there's things that have maybe flown under the radar that, if implemented, could actually be really, really good. I mean, look at the Huang Rush, for example. He's implemented a weird strategy in such a, well, artistic way that he can adapt and create an absolute masterpiece by eating your TC with mangonels, rams, and scorpions. I don't know. And I also think the Berber Rush has been flying under the radar for a long time. I really would love some pros to try that out and see if that's actually feasible. If you could actually lame your opponent, TC drop them, and keep the cycle going, and then potentially just beat them in Dark or Feudal Age. I really think it does have potential. Now, I don't want to see that on the professional level, don't get me wrong. But I hope that leads to some sort of a nerf, because I really do think this is a a sleeper strategy. Kind of like how I think a TC drop is still kind of a sleeper strategy. I mean, Ruben stock does it very, very well. If you can slow down two opponents, obviously you slow down yourself because you delete your own TC, but if you can slow down two opponents and only slow down yourself and allow your teammate to get a free boom to Castle Age, Castle Age armies absolutely Shrek Feudal Age armies, especially if you have an untouched eco. And that's basically what you're trying to do with a TC drop, especially in a team game. Anyway, I think we've reached the time limit here, and look, guys, I don't really know what to say. I don't really know what to do. I just do what I love and care about. So, if you have any questions about strategies or about me as a person or about feel free to reach out. My name might be Poop Lord, but I'm actually not all that bad of a person. Sorry for the long rant here, but once again, I'm just trying to give you guys a surprise. So I hope you guys appreciate the surprise. I hope it doesn't go the wrong way. And I know Vlad will appreciate me doing this. I definitely, I didn't expect him to do this for this strategy. And I think he's not going to expect me to do this for his cast. I'm probably going to name it something really stupid as well, like Vietnamese lame into post-imperial battle. I don't know if that's like misleading or clickbait or something like that. And look, I'm not trying to clickbait anybody. I'm not trying to overly spam my content, but oftentimes as Poop Lord Jr. is having a wonderful time on my day off. Said day off, but wasn't a day off. I had to do a lot of work today. Just because you don't have to go into work doesn't mean you don't have work. I lost my rant there. Oh, yeah. I just get genuinely excited when I see a cool strategy or I do a cool strategy, and I just want to share it with you guys. And thank you guys so much for being so supportive. Most of you understand that it comes from a good place, but if you are a hater, then to you too, you know? Yeah. Right. The thoughts of a mad poop. I wonder why T90 doesn't do this more. Like, wouldn't that be cool if he made the videos like when I watch like some of the hidden cup games and stuff like that, I see like it's free one for I don't know, like Hera, for example. I love Hera. My brother's also a big Hera fanboy. And you see that the video is only like 30 more minutes, and it's a best of 7. Well, you can kind of assume that Hera's going to get 2 quick wins, right? I mean, given you don't necessarily have to talk over it like I'm doing right now, but you could just let your recording equipment run for several minutes, or you could, like, I don't know, have the same recording twice over, and people wouldn't know. I mean, I guess it's not great for audience retention. I mean, I'm actually kind of curious to watch the the audience retention ratio from this video. It's probably not very high, but you know what? That's okay. I make content for you guys. Not the other way around is what I wanted to say, but you actually help me out by sending in videos, so you kind of also make content for me. So that seems kind of mutually beneficial. That's like a symbiotic relationship or something. I don't know. Mutually beneficial. Just makes me question. Am I the little bird in the alligator's mouth, or am I the alligator and you guys the little bird? Because I kind of feel like the little bird after it's been eaten and pooped out. That's why I'm the poop lord. And with that, poop lord out. Thank you so much for walking. Very much appreciated. We hit 25 minutes. I think that's good enough to say that this game went to post-imperial, especially if I was speeding up, which I totally did the whole time. So